Hello guys and welcome to another WWII Fighter Combat School video. In this one we are going to review a fight you could see in the video yesterday, the snapshot of the day video. It's going to be the Focus 190 versus the Mustang encounter, the one where the Mustang was coming much higher and in the end I ended up winning. The reason why I'm going to do a Fighter Combat School about this particular video is because of several things. First of all, it's a good instance of how to force a higher enemy to fight in your terms. It's a good instance on how to fly a bomb and summon in the defensive. But above all, it's a good instance of how thought process works in air combat. Because one of the very big things and one of the very important things in air combat in this kind of games as War Thunder is to understand that all the time that you are spending thinking is time you are not actually doing stuff. And as in any other game you can find in the market, this is a game where fast reactions and fast thinking is rewarded. The sooner that you come with a plan, the sooner you start acting according to that. And make no mistake, in air combat you always need a plan. So what we are going to do here is to stop the action at several points, and I'm going to discuss exactly what was going through my mind in each several moment, and what was exactly the situation and why I was thinking what I was thinking. So, well, let's get started and let's see the fight from two different points of view. First, we are going to see it from my point of view, and second, we are going to see it from his point of view. If you are wondering why the video only shows that and doesn't go on to show any killed planes, it's because the fight is already over. At the moment I start disengaging and moving away, the Mustang is dead. He doesn't know yet, but he's dead. Why? Well, because I decided that was going to be the outcome since the moment you are looking at right now in the screen, frozen in your screen, at the beginning of the engagement. And this is a very important thing to understand. Always have a plan in your mind. And that plan should come instantly to you from your knowledge of the situation you are, the relative energetic status you are in, and from the knowledge you have of the planes involved in the situation. So right now, what I know is I'm lower in energy, I'm lower than him, I'm faster but I'm lower, total energy is lower than him, but I'm probably much higher in energy than what he supposes, because I'm lower but I'm faster. And people in War Thunder usually think that if a guy is lower, is totally dead from the energetic situation, and it's not always the case because a lower enemy can have a lot of speed, and speed is also energy. So what I'm doing here is coming lower but faster. I'm still in a disadvantage from the energetic point of view, but it's not as big as that guy in the Mustang thinks it is, and his actions are going to prove it. So the first thing I want to do is to meet him upwards and try to lure him into a fight where he blasts all his energy. Well, I don't. Why do I want to do this? From my knowledge of the planes. I'm in a Focke-Wulf and NE5. He's in a Mustang Mark 1. From what we know about both planes, we know the Mustang Mark 1 dives like a dream, zooms really well. Actually, it's a better turner than the Focke-Wulf and NE. So I can't beat that guy in a turn fight. I can't beat that guy in boom and zoom because he starts in a higher energetic situation to begin with, and he's in a plane that is at least as good as mine in boom and zoom. So I can dive to get rid of him, I can zoom to get rid of him because he's going to catch up. He's in a boom and zoomer which is as good or better than mine. But there's one thing I know about the Focke-Wulf and NE and another about the Mustang. The Focke-Wulf and NE accelerates pretty well and climbs pretty well. The Mustang simply doesn't. It doesn't have an engine powerful enough to give it proper acceleration and climb rate. So what I want to do is to bring our energetic status to the point where they are mostly equal, and at that point disengage and use my much superior energy building to climb and accelerate out of his reach and use time to overclimb him, win a position over him, and from there boom and zoom him. So my whole plan involves a turn of tables. Right now I'm in a disadvantage. I'm in lower energy. I'm in a position where I have to go defensive, but I'm already planning how to go offensive. This is what you should do at the beginning of the battle. Plan how to get aggressive. Plan what's going to be your set of moves to achieve superiority over the enemy. Because if you only plan on the defensive, if you only plan how to avoid, you are going to keep avoiding forever. So let's move on. Let's activate the video for a while and let's stop it when the action needs me to stop it and explain a little bit more. So first stop. In this point, what I have done is to use my superior speed over his to go up and meet him upwards while he comes down on me. There's a reason for this, and that's that in the initial stage of an engagement where you are in an inferiority of energy, you are going to give the enemy several shots. Because at least if he's smart enough, you probably are going to be in his front quarters several times. What I want to do here is to give him the hardest shot possible. If I keep on going, he's going to dive on me and probably win an after position on me and try to shoot me from behind, which is a much easier shot than if I give him a front quarter shot. I also want to make him think that I'm going for a head-on, and he actually avoided. If you see the video when it starts resuming, you'll see that he moved to a side. I wasn't going for the head-on. I had no need to, but faking it was useful. So what I'm doing here is trading speed for altitude and coming up. What he's doing is bouncing, going down, and trading altitude for speed. When we are at the top, what I'm going to do is to reset up and try to change this move, which is an upwards move, which is going to translate into a high yo-yo to a low yo-yo to meet him again with a front quarter shot, or at least the hardest I can get. I'm lower in energy. When I reach the top, I'm going to turn much slower than him because he's in a better turner. I have to account for that. Probably at the top, he's going to get another shot at me. But as I told you, you can't make an omelette if you don't break some eggs. So I have to risk it. I have to accept it if I want to go out with my plan. So let's move on. So everything is going to plan. We have reached the top, we have crossed each other. I gave him a shot, but it was a high deflection one he took, but he missed. And now he's dropping behind me. So next plan is to suck him into rolling scissors. At this point, if you notice, he's pulling a ton of Ys while I'm more or less relaxed. So far, all I have done is a pull up, a very low Y, top of the move, and come down to meet him as he was crossing me. He has done a very strong dive and pull up with a lot of ease. He has tracked me through that shot to track me to try to shoot at me. So he has burned a good chunk of his energy while I have burned some, but not as much. So my plan here is to drag him into a rolling scissor. He's still higher in energy. He's now a little bit faster than me, a little bit higher, and he's behind me. So what I want to do is to start doing some barrel rolls to try for him to keep on tracking me. As long as he's trying to track me, he's going to be pulling more Gs than I do, and he's going to burn more energy. Eventually, he's going to overshoot me, and at that point, what I want to do is to equalize the energy table to force him to pull as hard as possible while I don't. So let's keep on moving, and let's reach the next stop where I keep on explaining things. So he's already overshooting. He's already beyond my vector, my lift vector. So I'm achieving him to go from behind me to in front of me. So what I want to do now is to keep on with this. Turn the rolling scissor into flat scissors. Flat scissors are in just one dimension instead of in three dimensions. They are much less energetic conservative than rolling scissors. What I want to do is to force him to throw all his remaining extra energy he has right now over me, because right now he's in my front quarters, but he has more energy than me. What I want to do is to force him to blast all that energy out, while I keep on in the scissor but not pulling as hard. What you are going to see me right now after I unpause this video is me into a scissor but not going very aggressively into them. I'm just keeping position, I'm just pulling what I have to, not to give him a shot, but not as hard as to burn energy faster than what he's doing. We are going to have several crosses. In all of them, he's going to have the advantage, but that's mostly because I'm not pushing for it. I'm not planning for a close quarters fight. Scissors, I might win them, I might not. The focus one is a plane that once it starts going very slow, it loses most of its turning ability. So if I plan for something beyond a scissor, I'm much safer than if I plan only for the scissor, because if I don't kill him while I'm fast enough, I'm going to end up slow and he's going to have all the cards on me. So instead of going for the aggressive kill, I'm going for the conservative idea that I had when the fight started. Equalize energies, use my superior acceleration and climb rate to kill him. So you are going to see now how I change the rolling scissors you have seen until now into flat scissors. As you can see, we translated three-dimensional rolling scissors into two-dimensional flat scissors. It's a very easy thing to accomplish when the other guy is so overcommitted to kill you as that guy is. That guy has no other idea than to kill me as fast as he can and to pull as much as he can to track me. So it's for me it's easy to change from one motion to another one and to make him follow me. You have seen we have had two cutbacks. In both of them I was late to them. So in both of them, he had a firing window. In one of them, he actually shot. But those were very fast cutbacks, and they were very hard to get hits in one of them because of the extreme leads involved in such short range, high deflection cuts. In those two, what he has done has been to bank my way, turn as hard as he could. In all those two cuts, all I was doing was bank towards him, pull, but not as hard as I could. But reasonably good to arrive to the cut without giving him a very easy shot, but not as much as that they would slow me down too much. After this cutback, what I'm going to do is, instead of rolling opposite and come for a third cutback, what I'm going to do is to keep on this banking turn and transforming into a slight low yo-yo. I'm going to lose a little bit of altitude to trade into speed. I'm predicting the other guy is going to cut back towards me again, and in doing so he's going to have to pull a 180-degree high G turn, because right now the other guy is pointing away from me. To come towards me, he has to totally turn towards me in 180 high G pull. That's going to cost him the few extra energy he might have on him. You are going to see it in a second. Okay, move complete. As you can see, he's facing towards me. I'm facing towards him. I'm lower than him, but I'm faster because I used a vertical component to dive a little bit and to trade altitude for speed. What I'm going to do now is simply straighten up and keep on going. I use my superior acceleration to accelerate out of his range. He's pointing my way. So he's going to cross me above me. To follow me, he has to pull a spill test, a horizontal break turn, a high loop, whatever, but he has to pull more Gs, when at this moment I don't have to pull anymore. So at this moment I have already won. In this particular instant, the battle is mine, because at this moment the only chance he has to try to follow me is to dump any extra energy he has over me and to level up behind me. And when he completes that, we will be in similar energetic states, and probably I will have the advantage, because I will right now, from this moment on, I'm accelerating. From this moment on, the other guy to face towards my direction has to burn energy. So let's wait until he does so, and we'll analyze which are the energetic states at that moment. You can see he's pulling a very hard G move to come behind me. I'm already gaining separation. In other words, right now he's a little bit lower, he's a little bit slower. I have the energy over him. From the beginning, when he had all the cards, he had all the energy, and he could basically do anything he wanted. Right now he's out of options. I'm in a plane that climbs much better than him. I'm in a plane that accelerates much better than him. And all I have to do is to use that to point my nose up, let time pass on, and when enough time has passed and enough energy difference has been built, come back on him and kill him. It's as simple as that. Remember, all of this, all of this is the product of a plan. This what has happened and what you have seen during this video. This I had in mind since the very beginning and the very moment I saw him. Doesn't mean things could have been different, because if that guy would have not gone for my plan because he directly played into it, if he had gone into conservative, energetic conservative moves, I would have had to change plans. If instead of coming back for me at the top of the first cross, he would have kept on going using his higher energy to try to bounce me or try to lure me into coming up for him or whatever, but anything but closing the fight, which is exactly what he did, my plan would have been worthless, and then I would have gotten a second plan ready, depending on his action. Always have a plan and always have an instant way of action as the things develop. In this particular case, you can see a plan that came perfectly into whatever I had thought at the beginning, because he directly played into my plan. He directly fell for what I had in mind for him. But sometimes the guy will surprise you, so then you will need a second plan that has to come to you as fast as the first one, because each second you spend thinking is 1 second less you are spent maneuvering. Now, for the final stages of this fight, you can see the guy has broken off and now he's diving away. Now, there are several ways to do things here. I could dive directly for him, but that would give me immediate energetic gain and would end with me behind him. And probably he would reach his airfield before I could, and then I would have to engage him into his anti-aircraft guns. I don't want that, so instead of diving directly for him, I aim for a midpoint between his last position and his airfield, and aim for that point and dive to that point. And as you can see, when he reappears, I'm much faster, and there's no way he's going to reach the airfield before I do. Now I spot he's turning towards me, closure rate increases, I point my nose up and use my extra energy over him to lure him into an upward streak, a rope a dope, where I go vertical, he leaves his left hanging on his prop, and all I have to do is to complete a hammer, go down for him, and kill him. And that's exactly fight going to plan. Everything in this fight was according to what I expected to happen. And that's something that you should start getting used to. Each time you get into a fight, do so with a plan. Do so with a way of action you want to pull on the enemy. And once you get that, you have half the battle won. If not all the battle won, because the other guy probably has not a plan. He's just reacting to things as they come by. If you plan for the long term, you know what to do in the mid term. And if something happens that blasts your plan away, go with another one. But always think beyond the next 10 seconds. Think, how are you going to win this fight? Not how are you going to defend yourself. By the way, the guy bailed. He was so pissed off, he bailed. So yeah, well, that's it for this video. I hope it helped. I'll try to put more videos like this with thought processes and what's going through my mind in each moment of the fight. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and thank you very much for watching, and see you later.
When life's a little easy, the stress from the world outside, never be longer, we'll be alright.